Hey, I had a visitor last night at my tent site, and when I woke up this morning, I found out another old guy from New Hampshire.
All right.
Okay, well, say your name.
Mark Wentz.
Mark Went. He's just north of me, and he's almost as old as me. Ha ha! Good morning. It's the beginning of day 26 of Broken Camp. It's around 7:30. I'm moving fast. It's freezing. I just asked the volunteer at the ranger hut what the temps were at 7:30 in the morning with the sun up. He said it was 38 degrees. He said it was down at freezing overnight, so bloody cold. So yeah, I'm gonna go as far as I can today. If I can get 20, that'd be fantastic. Set me up well to get to the terminus. And yeah, all good. So let me, I don't know if I mentioned yesterday, but my shoes destructed, and I was going to buy another pair, and then some hiker came into the hostel I was at, not last night, the night before, and left behind a pair of shoes and got a new pair, and they happened to fit, and they weren't terrible, so I threw them on. And then this morning I noticed, holy smokes, they get holes on the side. Shit. I get 60 miles round trip. So, hey, I'll figure it out. I'm just trying to move and stay warm in my somewhat ill-fitting used shoes. I was so cold last night. I'm in a pretty good mood because I'm getting close to the terminus. I am cold. I am a little worried about these dang shoes and the air quality. This guy that I videotaped, he came into the tent site in the middle of the night. He said he was violently ill running down the mountain because the air quality was so bad. And he said it was actually better where I was camping. That's worrying. But in any case, it's all good. Pressing on. Other hikers have told me that the smoke varies during the day, but it's worse on high. And started pretty good, but that don't look good. Well, I'm moving towards the target. Target acquired. Air quality looks worse behind me than in front of me. It doesn't look great, but I can live with this, I hope. I'm at 6,700 feet. It's still cool outside, quite cool. But this is my kind of hiking where I can't fall off a cliff. The trail is relatively smooth. You look at towards the horizon, you'd think I'm in the clouds at 6,700 feet. Now it all ends because that's smoke. So far it's tolerable. Hey there, it's around 11:30, and you might think I'm in the clouds, but no, I'm in the Marlboro cigarette clouds, or AKA fire smoke clouds. It's not bad. You definitely notice it. It's not entirely pleasant, but I mean the scenery, what you can see, is beautiful, and I'm zoning in on the target. Bear's been eating some berries, booping on trail. Oh well, hopefully they go in a different direction than me. Just came through a pass, just behind me, and heading downhill now. I don't love downhill because after downhill becomes uphill, but I've been going flat for like the last half hour, which is really good. You can cover good distance. But yeah, a little bit of time. I will stop for lunch, assess my goals. Right now I'm still aiming for 20. Going through a pretty recent burn area. Completely scorched. The wildflowers are coming back. And, you know, the backdrop is all pure smoke from, most likely from Canada. And I'm reminded that if this happens while I'm here, my chances of getting out one piece are maybe not great. It's hard to outrun these fires. And the 100% conifers in the forest here, and they're just loaded up with sap, and they burn. And then coming up a hill like this, they can go 30 plus miles an hour, which is many times faster than I can run at this moment. So let's just kind of proceed with haste. And it's about 2:30. I'm in a meadow, and I'm about 6,200 feet. It's cool up here. Those mountains must be 8,000 or more. Yeah, in that direction. And I've been thinking whether I go another like 4 or 5 miles or 9. The 9 would, of course, get me closer to the monument. If I do like the 4 or 5, then I might leave my tent there and slack pack. Just don't take all my gear and do what's called slack packing to the monument with half my gear in my pack, which I can go faster, then come back. That'd be about a 20-mile day, and then camp it where my tent is based. So that's a serious consideration. After some high cliff-like edge hiking, which I don't like, I'm approaching Harts Pass. I think subjectively the air pollution is less than it was this morning. And that's subjective. Amazing. Look how rugged those mountains are. Holy cow. And I don't want to go near the edge over here. I just get up top here and then stop it. Yeah. How nice. Woohoo! If you look down there, I can see the trail. So I do a big loop, and then I begin this slow, time-consuming descent. Oh well. Okay, so here's my tale of angst. I came along that loose rubble top, right up where the tree line is, all the way over here, and then I came down a switchback, which was, especially in the rock field, was unnerving. I came all the way over here behind me. Oh, Jesus, don't fall. Sorry, this is like a escapee from a nursing home on some of these steeper trails. And then I got to go all the way down there, and then you can see it comes back, and then it goes all the way over there and back up again. Why? Why go down and back up? Come on. Don't you understand how old I am? How tiring this is? Oh, well, I'm following it because I got nothing else to do. I have to say, I've had more fun having a colonoscopy than going over these gravel cliffside trails. Holy cow. It's almost done. Another 15 minutes, I think I'll be out of this. This has been crazy. Going on forever. Oh, this looks ominous. Look at these rugged mountains. See that snow on some of the rock fields. It goes on, and it goes back to the valley I came from with those very exasperating switchbacks, I should say. Yeah, lots of gravel coming down from those mountains. Hey there, it's 4:30. I'm dragging, I'm really tired, but I'd like to press forward. There are a few good tent sites around here, but what I'm trying to do is make it easier to get to the monument tomorrow and then spend some quality time there. Yeah, so I'm about to go over a pass, and I'm going to do 3.5 to like 5.5 to 6 miles more, or try. If the trail is rocky, which it's been lately, then there's some stealth tent sites in 3.5 without water, but I'll probably just hang there. If it's cruisy, which I beg for it to be cruisy, then I will power on to where there's a lake and I could get some water, which is great. Hey, it's 20 past 5. I'm zeroing in on a tent site ahead. I probably won't make it to the lake, but there's a scenic vista that's like 1.6 miles ahead, and they say half mile before that there's a great tent site. So I got to keep my eyes out in the next mile or so and find something. I'd like to rest my toes from walking all day. A little sore and worn out. But yeah, all good. I really hate these walks along loose gravel on a steep slope. I did have one bad experience in California 2 years ago where the ground gave way underneath me and I started down the hill. But I was lucky there was some plants that I was able to grab, and after a while climb back up. But this just is not my cup of tea. Hey there, I've stopped for the night and the edge of another steep decline, and I'm going up and over that tomorrow, and where I'm staying is right here. It is like 5 minutes to 6. Pretty dusty spot, but it's as level as I'm going to find, and I like it's got a little bit of shade. Imagine this, I'll get the sun early in the morning. Yeah, and this will be my spot, so it'll take me a little ways to set things up. Look at this big rock here. I did pass that. Jeepers creepers. Hey there, it's the end of day 26. I did 22.6 miles today. I pushed it a little bit so I could get closer to the terminus, which I did. There was one spot I thought about going to another 2 or 3 miles ahead, but I just started getting really tired and cold. I'm freezing right now, and I hope I don't regret pitching my tent on the top, literally the top of a mountain, where the wind just comes right up that hill and blasts me. Plus I'm in a sandbox here, so I've had to try and lower my tent to keep the sand from blowing in. But no matter, it is what it is, and I've got to try and protect my filter since last night was around freezing, and maybe tonight the same. So I only have like I think it's 8.5 miles to the terminus. Yoo-hoo! And it's mostly downhill. And I'm getting water now. I'm filtering some water, and then I'll be in bed. I'll be in my tent cleaning myself up and trying to glue my shoes by like 7:30, 7:45, and then trying to get into my sleep system. One of the things that I don't have, which is freezing my butt off literally, is I didn't bring any long underwear or anything like that, and my pants are really dirty, so I don't like sleeping in those. So I'm just in my undies, so to speak, and with, I have some insulated tops, but anything from my waist on down is pretty dang cold, especially if when air currents get into the quilt. And you can really tighten it down good if you're like in a coffin and didn't move all night. It'd probably work okay, but my back hurts too much, and I'm always tossing and turning, and that is what lets